Alright, it is Thursday, October 3rd, 2019 at 9:42 p.m. Alright, let's take a look at some headlines. Woman who climbed into Bronx Zoo lion's den identified. The woman caught on camera inside the Bronx Zoo lion's enclosure has been identified as Brooklyn resident, whose friends said she has gone off the rails in the past year. The brazen daredevil, identified by sources as Maya Autry, 32, posted videos of her walk on the wild side on Instagram on Saturday. I really have no fear of nothing breathing, she wrote in one caption. Animals can feel love just like humans. In another video, which you can be seen standing in the giraffe enclosure, she writes, literally, I have the same diet as a giraffe. Police are now hunting for the woman to slap her with a trespassing citation, and Autry on Wednesday flaunted her stunt with new pics on Instagram, including one of a slain rapper Tupac Shakur and a lion, and a painting of the biblical Queen of Sheba flanked by two lions. Something snapped somewhere. Former housemate Eunice Walton, 63, told the Post, when I saw the video of the woman walking towards the lion, I said, why do people do this? People are crazy. And then Wednesday morning I found that it was her, and I was like, what, Maya? Audrey had been living with Walton and her daughter on Pacific Street in Brooklyn, but lost touch in recent months. Walton's daughter, Akeisha Wallace, 31, said she and Audrey grew up like sisters, but the two grew apart over the past year. So I can't believe that she walked into a lion enclosure and they finally identified who she was. It's kind of dangerous jumping into a lion's enclosure in the Bronx Zoo. Alright, next. IT worker kills three police officers, administrative employee, and knife attack at Paris police headquarters. The attacker was a 45-year-old man who had been working at the police headquarters for some 16 years, France's interior minister said. A longtime police employee killed three officers and an administrative worker in a knife attack inside Paris police headquarters Thursday before being shot dead by police, French authorities said. The attacker was a 45-year-old man who had been working in information technology at the police headquarters for some 16 years, France's Minister for the Interior, Christopher Castaner, said Thursday. The assailant, who could not speak or hear, was shot by an officer with a rifle, according to two police sources who spoke to NBC News on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak to the press. That's sad. Alright, next. 7 dead after World War II B-17 plane crashes, erupts into flames at Bradley Airport. The airport is playing host this week to a show of World War II-era planes. 7 people aboard a vintage World War II plane were killed Wednesday when it crashed shortly after takeoff, erupting into flames at Bradley International Airport, just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, authorities said. State Police Commissioner James Ravella told reporters at an evening news conference that the families of all but 3 of the victims had been contacted. The flight took off at 9:45 a.m. before reporting 5 minutes later that it was having difficulties, authorities said. We observed that the aircraft was not gaining altitude, Connecticut Airport Authority Executive Director Kevin Dillon said. The plane tried to return to the airport when it crashed at 9:54 a.m., officials said. There were 13 people on board the Boeing B-17, 2 pilots, 1 attendant, and 10 passengers. Another person was on the ground, was injured when the plane slid off the runway and slammed into a building used to house the airport's de-icing equipment, officials said. Witness Brian Harner, who lives in Norton, Massachusetts, was less than a mile away from the airport when he spotted the B-17, which you don't normally see flying low overhead. Hanner saw smoke coming from the back of the craft and heard one engine sputter. Then we all heard a rumbling and a thunder, and the smoke comes out, and we kind of figured it wasn't good. Another witness, Antonio Aragon, was parked at a construction site 250 yards away from the crash site when he heard an explosion and felt the heat of the ensuing fire. In front of me, I see this big ball of orange fire, and I knew something happened, Aragon said. The ball of fire was very big. And here you see a picture of a B-17 with the same tail numbers as one of the crash in Connecticut was on display at air show in New Jersey over the summer. Alright, next. Man sues Oregon clinic over donated sperm used to conceive at least 17 kids. Dr. Bryce Clary says that his sperm was supposed to be used to birth a maximum of 5 children and that he would remain anonymous forever. An Oregon doctor has filed a $5.25 million lawsuit against Oregon Health and Science University after discovering he is the biological father of at least 17 children he did not know about. The lawsuit says Dr. Bryce clearly was a first-year medical student at OHSU 30 years ago when he was approached by a staff at the fertility clinic to donate his sperm. Clearly said he agreed to be an anonymous donor under the conditions that no more than 5 children would be conceived and that they would be born to mothers outside the Pacific Northwest. But 2 sisters contacted Cleary in March 2019 after determining he was their father by using information from Ancestry.com. Cleary learned he was not only the father of the sisters, but that of at least 17 children, most of whom were born in Oregon. The lawsuit claims there was a high chance that some of his children may have attended the same colleges, churches, and interacted with the same social circles without knowing it. Cleary also said he may have unknowingly treated or examined one or more of his offspring while working at a primary care doctor in Corvallis, Oregon. He is suing OHSU for breaking its original agreement, saying fertilizations were not limited to women living outside of Oregon and the Pacific Northwest, that more than 5 babies were conceived with his sperm, that his sperm was supposed to be used exclusively for medical research after 5 babies were conceived, and that his identity was supposed to remain anonymous forever. The lawsuit claims Cleary has incurred extreme mental and emotional pain, anguish, and suffering, which have all had a significant and negative impact on his personal, parental, and marital relationship. Cleary held a news conference Wednesday, during which he met one of his biological children for the first time. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more videos, and see you guys next time. Remember, I have a sponsor, Dave's Empire 1981. Check out his shop in the description link below. Alright guys, see you next time. God bless.